But here we are with my friends, Anne from Kansas Home Health and Hospice. Hello.
How are you?
Great to see you. And my friend Jessica from the Department of Health of Sedgwick County. Hello.
Hello there.
Thanks for letting me barge in on a very busy day for you, because we're like a little less than 2 weeks away from planning sort of a first of a kind event for public education. And it is the Sedgwick County Emergency Preparedness and Safety Expo.
Yes.
I will be the MC that day. I've got the easy part of just doing what I do and talking. You ladies have been very instrumental in kind of planning this whole thing. So first, Anne, I want to go to you.
Yes.
You are the holder of the reason why. Like, why? What was your original intent and idea behind bringing this together and putting this big event together?
Well, my purpose and my vision for this was to give back to our community. My responsibility at the LEPC is the LEPC chair, and for the past 8 years, I've been responsible for helping facilitate and coordinate first responder education,
Okay.
putting it out to our first responders, our police, our EMS, our fire, out to our tier 2 businesses. And I wanted to move the education this year to our community. I wanted to bring all those things that we learn and bring it to a resource level, so our community has one location that they can go and find all those resources out there to help them in any kind of an emergency, not just a tornado, not just a flood, but anything. It may be a home disaster, it may be a fall, it may be that you're cleaning up after a hoarding episode, it may be just anything that you can think of that you may need a resource or help or guidance. We're putting it all in one location.
Or just like we read last week in the news, an emergency could be your dog getting up on the stove and accidentally turning a burner on just to get to the banana bread, and all of a sudden you've got smoke damage and all these things.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, where do you turn?
Correct.
Right? Well, that's really important. We see in the news, it seems like every day, if we want to just highlight things, the obvious things like weather disasters, the Texas flooding, Hurricane Helene, right? I mean, all these things that affect people's lives and turn them into complete upheaval. The last thing you're thinking of is A, it's going to happen to me, and B, when it does, who do I call? Right? So this is a great thing. And it's going to be at Century 2 Expo Hall.
Yes.
And it is going to be not this coming weekend, but the following weekend, the 14th. 13th, Sunday. I got football on my brain. It is the 13th, 10 until 2, right?
That is correct.
All right. So, Jessica, you have been very, very busy working alongside Anne and helping put this together, collecting vendors, getting people to sign up, saying, hey, this is really important. You should really be a part of it. Who are some of the vendors? What are some of the things we can highlight that's going to be taking place in a very busy 4-hour window on the 13th?
Yes, well, we are so excited. We have a lot of vehicles there, so there'll be a Touch the Truck event.
Nice.
We'll have our emergency responders, so your fire, your EMS, your police departments, emergency responders like that. We'll also have Rusty at Quick Lane talking about vehicle safety, so making sure that your vehicle is tuned up and ready to go, and you're responding to any kind of incidences like that. Vehicular and motorcycle safety is so important, especially with the recent accidents that have been happening. So we do have some information for motorcyclists and other drivers on the road to watch out for motorcycles. Evergy is going to be there, and they're going to be doing an electrical demonstration. It's going to be amazing. That starts at 11 a.m. and they'll talk to us about what happens when you touch lines, how to avoid dangers like that, things to look out for. It's going to be a great demonstration, and there'll be a lot of really exciting things happening. Did I mention our fire department's going to be rappelling from the ceiling of Century 2?
Really?
Yes.
Is there any chance they'll let me do it?
No. Oh, sorry, JJ, but
look,
we can definitely be there to cheer them on as they go up and down the rappel lines.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a great event.
It really is. And, having gone through a couple of things, and I'll give for instance, years ago, I went through a flooding incident when I was living in Maine, and, you just don't understand the capacity that is needed when it comes to first responders and agencies that help in situations like that. But in your time of need, you think you're the most important person, right? And we were calling fire departments, police departments, and they were flat out as busy as could possibly be. And you learn a lot about, what roads you shouldn't drive across, what roads you should drive across, so on and so forth. It's better to have that information ahead of time and have a checklist and have, even if you keep a folder or a book or something on your phone or a device that will help you in those moments that is at your fingertips, right? Rather than being in that moment and freaking out. And, people say don't panic. Well, that's your go-to. That's your go-to move is to panic because you don't have this information, right? And this is one of the reasons why you decided, we need this, and take it from the private sector, the first responders, the people who are obvious on the front lines of this, and now put it in the hands of me and other people in the public who just simply want to have it handy, right?
Correct. So some of the things we wanted to include in the Safety Expo included cybersecurity. It
Mm,
includes personal safety. It includes vehicle safety. The first 500 attendees that will come to this event get our emergency guidebook that we created
mm,
to help people, because if our internet goes down, you're not going to have your phone. Cell phones go down, you're not going to have your cell phone to finger through it
right,
and figure out who your resources are. So it's a guidebook to help you navigate through, what do I do next?
right,
It's really an opportunity for the community to go, if and when this happens, because it possibly could happen,
right.
what are my resources? Where do I go? I tell everyone, when you look at first responders, yes, we have first responders that we all know are the fire department, the police department, EMS. But when you're in an accident, the first responder is actually you.
Hmm.
You're the first
Yeah,
person there. You're the first person responding. So instead of being a reactor to the situation, being a responder, thinking level-headed, and having your resources and your valuable information in front of you so that you can navigate through it. At this event, some of what we're doing is to try and help facilitate people learning, is we're going to be doing a scavenger bingo.
nice.
So as you go through the event, you'll get a little mark off on your cards as you go through, and at the very end you'll turn in that card, and we're going to be door prizing and door raffling off some
Oh, fun.
gifts.
Oh, fun. So don't skip any of the vendors, right?
Don't skip the
The
vendors.
more you see, the better your chances, right? I
Yes.
love that. And the guidebook is such a great idea because of all the reasons you spoke about. But we get told, living in Kansas, we get told to have a preparedness kit, a tornado kit, right? Um, but why not expand that? And when I first moved to Kansas almost 12 years ago, one thing I didn't think of as I was putting my preparedness kit together until I talked to my friend Jeff, he's like, "Do you have a whistle?" I'm like, "Well, what do you need a whistle?"
Mhm.
Right? And he says, in case you're buried under debris and you hear the first responders above you, people digging for you, you can blow the whistle. And so little things like that you may not think of. And this is a great way to make sure that you think you're prepared. But I think this event will make you realize you're maybe not quite as prepared as you can be, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
So even the small thought of, if we have a tornado and you're going out the door, most of the time people are in their pajamas with no shoes.
yeah.
So having that bag by the door, grab that bag, and the first thing in that bag should be a pair of
Pair of
shoes.
shoes. Yeah, exactly.
So your phones, I think about it, when I'm down, my cell phone dies, and it's a natural disaster for
Hmm.
me because I don't have the numbers memorized.
Right.
When we were younger, we memorized all the numbers. Well, now making a phone list that
Yep.
you have in that bag and go out the door with it.
Yep. But again, it's so much more. It's not just weather or fire, obvious
Correct.
disasters. It's the suicide prevention. It's drug overdoses. It's public health. It's pandemics we've been through. It is things like domestic violence, right?
Yes.
So you've got some agencies there just in front of you that you want to highlight. And we'll just name out a few so people can get an idea of the breadth of vendors here. But what are some of the ones you want to shout out here?
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank one of our sponsors, Hazmat Response Inc. They've been wonderful helping us with electricity and things like that. We also have sponsors like Rosie Rabbits, the VFW, Junk Pro, Sedgwick County Emergency Management, KSN Storm Tracker, CISA and the Department of Homeland Security, the American Red Cross, the Medical Loan Closet, our very own local CERT teams, and you'll have to come to the event to learn more about those.
Okay.
And of course, McConnell Air Force Base will be there as well. So we have a lot of wonderful sponsors and supporters and vendors at this event. There'll be lots of expert panels. You'll be able to talk to professionals in emergency response and public safety, and even learn about Stop the Bleed and CPR and things
Mm,
like that. So
mhm.
it'll be a very well-rounded, family-friendly event. So make sure to bring the kids out as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really a great way, at the very least, is to meet the people in your community who do their very best to keep us safe, right? But
Correct.
also empowers the person coming by to make themselves safe and take some of the initiative as well. So this is a great event. I'm looking forward to this being the first of its kind and an annual event to help people, especially going into the wintertime, right?
Absolutely.
So again, that is happening the 13th of this month. So not this weekend, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday at Century 2 Expo Hall. And I'm looking forward to guiding people through as the MC. And I thank both of you for really putting in the effort to put this event together. We're looking at around 80 vendors, right, Jessica?
Yes,
About
so far.
Okay, that's going to be great. So it's going to be a big event. Hope to see you there Saturday the 13th from 10 until 2. There'll be a Facebook page that I'll share on my Facebook page so people can find out more.
Perfect.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
JJ.